Today we're going to talk about hidden gems and underrated indie games in the market. This is part 4, so if you want to check out the other parts, I have linked the videos down below. Also, let me know if you have any other games in mind. In no particular order, let's get into the list. Cyberhook is a fast-paced first-person platformer where you use parkour skills and a grappling hook to scale walls, fight enemies, and blast blocks with a laser gun. With its retro-wave presentation, the game feels intense and delivers an incredible sense of flow and speed. The controls are smooth, fast, and intuitive, though the grappling hook can be annoying at times. If you're a fan of movement-based games, especially ones that are fast-paced and immersive, Cyberhook is the perfect fit for you. ScourgeBringer is a fast-paced side-scrolling roguelite, where the controls are fast and fluid, and the gameplay requires quick reflexes. It's unforgiving. Each area has its own learning curve, and the tolerance for error is minimal, resulting in a satisfying experience. The gameplay is top-notch, and may get your heart racing. The game features several attack and deflect mechanics, and you must use the room to your advantage, offering tactical elements. As a roguelite, the game lacks variety, which reduces its replayability despite the solid gameplay. Dreamscaper is an action roguelite centered around a day-night dream cycle. By night, you delve deep into your subconscious, facing nightmares in an ever-changing world filled with unique items, abilities, and challenges. By day, you explore the city of Redhaven to socialize and unlock upgrades. The game is often compared to Hades due to its similar elements, such as the progression system, loop mechanism, and relationship building. The story revolves around themes of depression, and if that resonates with you, Dreamscaper is a solid choice for a roguelite. In Pinstripe, you will navigate through hell to find your kidnapped daughter while unveiling the mystery behind the story. It's a side-scrolling adventure game with a harrowing narrative, presented with beautiful art that perfectly portrays a hellish landscape. The gameplay consists of side-scrolling adventure with minor platforming and puzzle solving. You'll also have a slingshot for when enemies appear, but this is not very often. The story is the game's strongest aspect, so if you're looking for a narrative-driven experience, you should check it out.
Scanning.
Great!
Red Trigger is a puzzle FPS game that is inspired by Portal and similar genre. The premise here is you control your gun to move a red block, either by expanding, moving, or retracting them. The game is quite short, but it offers quite fun puzzle game. While the game is short, it serves a good introduction as the sequel will be released, which promises bigger world and longer gameplay. The only caveat is the price and the duration of the gameplay, as previously it was released free.
The results from last week's trial are still to
Monster Boy and the Cursed Kingdom is a Metroidvania game where everyone in the kingdom is turned into animals due to magic. The game features tight, simple, and polished combat mechanics that gain added complexity through puzzle platforming as you progress. The art presentation is spot on, bringing the fantasy world to life and occasionally immersing us with its setting. While the story is simple, the gameplay and overall presentation make the game amazing as a Metroidvania, provided you don't mind the puzzles. Now we also have another underrated Metroidvania game, Haiku the Robot. It may look basic, but don't get me wrong. It's a solid, straightforward Metroidvania where almost every element is top-notch. It's often compared to Hollow Knight, but it is relatively easier. The art style and lore setting are quite unique and add a nice touch to the gameplay, where exploration is mandatory. While it is often compared to Hollow Knight, it still stands on its own, and is a perfect choice for first-timers who want to try the genre. Force Reboot is a fast-paced roguelite shooter directly inspired by other popular shooters like Post Void and Ultra Kill. The gameplay involves constant movement and shooting, with your health continuously dropping as the timer goes down. As a roguelite, each run is different, keeping the game interesting. The price of the game is reasonable, and while the gameplay's fast-paced nature may not be for everyone, fans of Ultra Kill and Post Void should try this game if they crave more similar shooters. Equilinox is a game that allows you to create and nurture your own diverse ecosystem of plants and animals. You can place a variety of plants and animals, each with their own life cycles and behaviors. You can also genetically modify species and balance your ecosystem. This game is more relaxing than challenging. You can essentially leave it running and nothing bad will happen unless you place the wrong species in the wrong biome, causing them to die. It's a pure simulation game about ecosystems that might pique your interest in learning more about nature.
No action, just a man who's good at what he does.
UnMetal is a stealth game designed as a parody of, you guessed it, the Metal Gear Solid series, especially the old school era. As a parody, the game includes a lot of satirical humor, which is often funny but can sometimes feel overdone. The stealth gameplay, however, is solid and may satisfy old MGS fans. There are a variety of items, weapons, and equipment that you can combine and use to your advantage. You can choose skills through a level-up system, enhancing replayability. A solid title, no pun intended.
Chemistry's not that hard. You just have to make...
3, 2, 1.
I'll be honest, indie racing games may be overshadowed by AAA games with better graphics. But that doesn't mean we have nothing to offer, and one of the hidden gems is Super Woden GP 2. It's one of the most fun isometric arcade racers in the indie market. Besides the various races, there are also car tuning, oil changes, repainting, and car washing. It's a fun top-down racer that combines classic Gran Turismo elements with Art of Rally-style graphics and physics. Definitely a simple yet fun racing game if you want something lighter.
Danger, medium right, medium left.
At a glance, Soda Crisis may look like a simple game. It's a fast-paced side-scrolling shooter with a 2.5D art style. However, the game nails its basic aspects perfectly, such as the movement and shooting mechanics. The overall feel of the game is surprisingly polished and satisfying. The game mechanics and smoothness even reminded me of the Ori series. Yes, it is that good. It also doesn't overstay its welcome with its duration and level design. If you love simple shooter games like Metal Slug but with better movement, get this game. Patch Quest is a top-down roguelike shooter that combines elements from several genres, such as Metroidvanias for exploration and monster taming games, in the form of a bullet hell game. Here, you can literally ride every monster you see, each with its own set of passives and attacks. There is also exploration in a large maze-like map, with each path presenting different hazards, enemy varieties, and randomized power-ups. The game is quite solid and light, making it a fitting choice for those who want a more relaxing bullet hell roguelike game. Dio is a free puzzle game that can be played by a single player, but it truly shines when played by two players in local co-op mode. It's a cooperative platformer where you hop between two halves of a split screen, presenting quite challenging puzzles at times. Due to its nature as a challenging puzzle game that requires creative solutions, it is better suited for those who enjoy or are already into the puzzle genre. The mechanics are unique and interesting, though sometimes they can be quite hard to figure. Since it's free, give it a try with friends if you're into puzzle games. Tinykin is a 3D/2D puzzle platformer game, where you use tiny creatures called Tinykin to solve puzzles and navigate through the environment. With its distinct and vibrant art style, the game offers a lot of pure exploration and platforming fun. Tinykin are varied, each with different abilities that add depth to the gameplay. Along with stellar level design that is rewarding and satisfying to complete, the game also offers many secrets and collectibles for those who love exploring. Definitely a must-play if you enjoy casual yet fun platformers.